scales down funny.
Right.
My mittens retreats. She's a little bit skinny.
There was something else. Oh, we lowered the strength requirement somewhat, but I think we decided you still didn't meet it.
Right.
You would soon, for the time being, your movement speed is halved. Yes.
Reduced by 10.
By 10. Okay. I get once you pick it up. It's not going to be ready at least until tomorrow. Okay.
And at some point, when she realizes she can't move too effectively, like in day-to-day things, she may try to find a way to like lighten it a little bit, maybe reduce the armor, or just like not wear it as often until she is conditioned to it.
I'm imagining like a Rocky training montage, like whichever one it was he fought Drago in, where just like your camp, lifting those logs. Yeah. Except they're like these tiny fucking little sticks.
Chasing the chicken.
Except the chicken turns out to be a raven. And then it yells at you with a bad Italian accent.
I'd watch that movie.
That sounds fucking adorable.
Angel, on the off chance that you do miss anything, I did make it a point to remember to stream today. So if you have to go back and check, you can.
I too am streaming.
Excellent. And he posts his on YouTube, so it's way easier to find the old stuff. Well, when he doesn't get copyright struck for Celine Dion somehow.
Random fucking bullshit.
Wait, did you really get copyright struck?
Dude, somehow Celine Dion's Heart Will Go On started playing like 50 minutes into one session, and YouTube flagged it.
Wow. Fucking asshole.
So there's about 15 seconds of no sound in one of our sessions, because that was the only way to get rid of it.
So dumb.
Hey, Prateem.
Hello.
Did we wake you up?
No, I was watching my nephew play.
Right. I did have a housekeeping item for you. When you talked to the blacksmith and he had all the armor and stuff, you purchased a set of studded leather armor. Did you take one off the rack and like, are you wearing it now, or did you make a special order that you'll pick up at a later date?
Oh, I meant to buy one there on the spot to wear.
Okay. So yes, then it's cool. You're wearing it now. If you want to be, you've got it.
Yeah.
I was trying to keep track of who had actually taken possession of their cool shit and for whom it came later. So you're good. Okay. I believe we left off just outside Castle Ravenloft. I will, as soon as I can find Ravenloft again.
We're still missing 2 players.
Yeah, we are. There's one.
You know, in this picture, is that supposed to be Strahd? It is, right?
Yeah. On the landing page, that's him. And he's like Gambit style flinging the cards from the Taroka deck for some reason.
Your voice makes me imagine Strahd a lot more like rugged.
The voice makes you imagine him more rugged, of all things. Rugged.
A southerner? Yeah.
I mean, I thought more like, classical plantation owner, white southerner man.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if I told you guys this. I based his voice off of Dr. Lovelace from the 90s
Oh.
Wild Wild West.
Yep.
All right, yeah, you're
But-
right. You're right. You're right. You're
but
right.
now
I just see Dr. Lovelace.
I slowed him down and lowered the pitch because as much as I loved that character, like he got way too excitable. I don't see Strahd as somebody who gets excited.
Oh my god, I love that movie so much.
Also, somehow Strahd is more likable on account of not being racist. However, that worked out. Like,
Yeah.
he'll murder you, but he does it
mean-
because you're a living being, not
He-
because of what color living being.
When
He
you're
bites
not,
all
when
equally.
you're not
Genocide.
competing in likability with Will Smith, it's a lot easier.
I think the genocide of Dusk Elves drops his score by quite a bit.
That's fair, but that was years ago.
We weren't here for that.
All right. So from here, like I was operating under the assumption you guys are going to go back across the bridge. The black carriage is waiting for you to take you back to the point you entered it from originally. But yeah, if you wanted to engage in some shenanigans, I wanted to give you the opportunity.
Shenanigans.
I would like to find a decent place to change back to armor.
Oh, that's right. We're all
Okay.
still in dresses.
Not
All right.
me.
Well, right now you're all still in that entryway. Like, it's not sky above you. There's a stone ceiling above you right now, although it is kind of open to the world. But you've not seen any living beings in this castle other than Strahd and Ravadin at this point. If memory serves, you changed in the carriage last time, except for Kalika, who just got fully nude right outside of it in front of God and everyone.
I think it was before the carriage, like just before. Like we knew we were there, change, then we go.
I'm wearing the dress over my normal clothing, so I just pull it off over my head with a struggle and then leave it on the porch step for Strahd as a gift.
He just comes back to just all of the dresses flung out and is just like, what the hell?
Did I miss another rapture? I hate those. Okay. Raka, give me a. I'm going to say either perception or investigation would work since you're just kind of looking around to find a room.
Okay. I think investigation. Oh.
Not bad, not bad. Okay, well, directly out to the left of your screen, to the north and south of the entryway that used to come into the castle originally, you can see doors. And they appear to lead into, like, the wall, the tower that guards the entrance to the castle. So you can assume that that's a little guard shack of sorts.
That'll work, assuming there's nobody in there.
One way to find out, big boy.
All right, let's open the door.
All right. Say, I'm assuming you can see them on your map. Let's have you walk over to
Nope.
one.
I cannot.
Okay, let me move you out a little bit. How about now? Can you see them now?
Nope. Oh, yeah, I got nothing. I see Quasit, but that's. I'm going to draw the area I see. Oh, there we go.
Okay, apparently you can see through Quasit, but not through yourself. That's dynamic lighting is weird.
Let's go for this one.
You're just seeing the inside of your character model.
All right, so you open that door, right?
Yep.
And you see a thankfully empty room.
Let's use it.
Okay.
Quasit with me.
I'm gonna knock on this other door.
There is no response. All right, Raka, so like if you need to change something to your token to make it appear less frilly, I guess this would be the time.
Yeah, I'm looking for it.
Okay. I did set up a couple of maps for where I anticipated you guys going next. So if you show up in the future in a dress and I don't catch it, maybe remind me and we'll swap you back out. All right, so what is everybody else doing while awkwardly standing around the potentially haunted castle while Sniverax changes?
Okay, my default token needs to change first.
Can I open this door?
Okay. Yes, you can, and let me remove the... There you go. Okay, somehow I've highlighted literally everything. Let me find an old copy of Sniverax's token.
She will keep the dress, though.
I'm going to need to upload a new one. I seem to have lost Sniverax. That's disappointing. Maybe I never had Sniverax. Okay, thank you. Yeah, like I'm looking and I've only got Sniverax in a dress for some reason. I apologize. My kink is slowing down the game.
Oh, that's a good fetish.
Okay, saved. Now I have to upload. This is just a great stream. I can feel it. Watching a tubby bald guy futz around with Roll20.
Sounds like my day.
Mother Diablo. Would it be all right if I, when I get it done, update my token too?
Oh, absolutely. Okay. Need to edit. Oh God, somehow I added Sniverax in the dynamic lighting instead of, that's not right.
Oh, just the wrong layer?
Yeah, like I didn't know you could add, oh, and you're tiny.
Sorry, if I may make a request, can we stop an hour early today? For various reasons, I need a nap before raid. Otherwise, I will lose my mind.
Okay.
Oh, pretty.
I didn't stay up all night. Didn't I tell you I have thyroiditis, hypothyroiditis? So I get tired really often now.
You have not mentioned that, but that makes your poor choices even more poor choices.
Look, I slept last night. I'm not yet on medication for it. I should be after the 11th, I believe.
Oh yeah, get on the lifetime medication train.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so right now I get tired way more often than normal.
Okay. Rocket, can you see and control new Sniverax there?
Yes.
Okay, deleting old Sniverax. Real quick. All right, so that's you for now. We'll probably have to add things soon. All right, so
Also,
now what?
well, I was gonna say I don't fully remember what Strahd said to us. I remember there was a conversation with Kalika and how Strahd basically said no touching my booty.
He said he was incapable of putting a baby in her. but that he could turn her into a vampire so that she could make her own vampire babies.
What else did he say? I'm like, it was 2 weeks ago. I barely remember what I ate yesterday, so I need a
Well,
little.
He ripped
did
on
make
everybody.
he made
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot of comments about how you were useless to the party.
I believe that.
He suggested that Corfell might be a worthy successor to him one day. He intimated that Sniverax was brought here so that Strahd could finally destroy all of the
Oh,
Order of the Silver Dragon.
all right. Sniverax was not happy about that.
No. Well, it was also the taunting of, "Oh, I don't know what happened to your master."
The
Yeah.
taunting
Who
of
could
O.
say?
There's a different series by a slightly different name.
So yeah. All right, so you've changed. Is there anything else you intend to do while in Castle Ravenloft?
I don't think we should push
Does anything
boundaries.
like stand out? Like, does anything stand out? Like, oh, that might be.
When you came in, you saw a castle that was in some disrepair. Like it's holding together, but it's obvious that it's not a thriving metropolis or anything.
Yeah, I remember from the description. I think the last time when we came in here, entered for the first time, it just seemed like a vast courtyard. Nothing super standout, right?
Yeah, like there's no one feature other than just a sense of unease from the castle. I mean, you've seen some gargoyles, but as far as you can tell, they're actual statues and not monsters. But you also haven't messed with them yet, so who knows?
Mm.
If you want to poke the bear, like I'm here, let's do it.
No idea if we should or not. So I'm
I
content to not.
Yeah, I'm mindful that if we break the laws of hospitality, we all gonna get fucked.
Yeah.
I feel we should just depart.
Okay. So on to the black carriage, and let me find that description again very quickly. Black carriage was, I think, two black draft horses. There is no visible driver on the carriage, and I'm going to take you back to the map of Barovia here. You guys, you were at, I think, J. You were between J and K. J's the gates of Ravenloft. And you are deposited back at I. And that is where you are left. So you are on the road.
It's later in the
not-
evening, presumably, right?
Yes, it is. It is dark. And yeah, you're not really close to anything helpful.
Nope.
Would it be possible to make it back to Vallaki in a reasonable amount of time, or is that an all-night march?
A couple of hours.
Random encounter, I assume.
Would we be
show.
better off trying to make for the Vistani camp behind us, where our fortune teller friend was?
Friend is a generous word.
That's why there was hesitancy.
Have to go back and say, yep, she tried to sex the vampire man.
My concern with
Wanted
going to Vallaki is that we're going to pass by the bone grinder.
You'll pass near the bone grinder, like you'll be able to see it, but like you passed the bone grinder on the way here. You still have to go a little bit
Through
down the road to
fucking
get to it.
daylight, sir.
I'm sure they'll be busy tormenting some kids instead of us.
All right, let's head for Valaki. It's probably the safest spot anyway, unless we get barred from entering after dark.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, by the way, our time with Strahd, did that count as a short rest?
You know what? Why not? You sat down for a while, you had a nice meal. Sure.
Excellent.
I don't recall having lost any hit points.
You
Yep.
fought some wolves on the way in. And because Sniverax is Sniverax, some teeth were kicked in.
Yeah.
All right. I'm good now.
Okay. So, I rolled this one earlier, and I don't want to unroll it because I liked it so much. So, yeah. Here we go.
Oh boy.
Okay, so I'm not going to show you this one yet. I'm going to let you get all set up, and I'm going to describe. This is the first time you've had this particular encounter.
Oh shit! It's new. Finally, something different.
Yeah, it's not wolves, and it's not a titty trap.
Wait, why is there a pit over there that
weird.
looks about Sniverax sized?
It's also not weird bush people either. That was odd.
Yeah, the module came with these with these battle maps that are blank, but they look like they're written on stained paper. It's neat, but also a little creepy. All right, so as you guys are walking through the dark, you hear the howling of a wolf or three in the distance, and you hear the sound of battle. You hear the wolves whine as they take hits. And then you hear silence.
Perception check.
Show me what you got. Let's see.
I think it's worth throwing a perception in there too. Sort of interested in who it is fighting them. Does it sound like they need help?
Same.
Well, you
Also-
can.
Jimmy, I don't know how Jimmy reacts to wolves and stuff.
Yes, you do. He's been there to fight them.
Well, I mean, that sound. You know what I mean? I'm
Okay,
barely
I got you.
aware.
I got you.
So, Kalika and Sniverax, you guys have got nothing. Hallow, you can see just like at the edge of what's visible to you in this, like we're at the end of twilight and we're getting into the like actual darkness here.
I
You
have the
can
dark
see-
visions.
And you got the better check, so we'll get to you. Like you can see Callow, a humanoid figure, just sort of standing in the middle of the road, and that's all you can make out. And Corfell, you're just as close as Callow, but you can see so much better. You can see. I'll show you these. I'm not sure if they're going to pop up for you, but I'm going to show you them anyway.
Corfell, what do your elf eyes see?
All right, so you see the bodies of 3 wolves lying around a humanoid figure. And as you sort of squint to get a look at this figure, you see a figure. Oh, there's a thing I can read. Here we go. Well, I'll tell you that you see them in chainmail, but you can see that it's not super well kept chainmail. It's got some rips and tears in it, and they are holding a longsword.
Mm-hmm.
A figure walks alone with the stride and bearing of one who knows no fear. Clad in rusty armor, it clutches a gleaming longsword in its pale hands and looks ready for a fight. And as you really get a good look at it, this humanoid figure looks undead. Like, it looks suspiciously zombie-like. All that's missing is the stilted walk, the reaching, grasping claws, and that moan.
Does it look familiar at all?
Nope. You've never seen this individual before.
Okay.
Have we in character been told anything about... this sounds familiar.
That's because
So,
our friend, fuck.
such good friends, let me tell you.
Yep. Our mage friend, whose name I cannot remember right now.
Right.
As Samir,
Yes. I have suspicions about this gentleman in front of us having partaken. But we'll get there. I'm just going to watch him for a moment to see what he does, and beckon the others to be quiet for a second.
all right. Well,
Does he
for a
wanna join
moment,
our party, though?
he does that cool thing that every samurai does in every movie after having defeated a bunch of enemies on the road. He holds the pose that he took just after his last swing and just freezes as his last enemy falls, straightens up, sort of wipes the blood off of his blade. Hello, kitty. As he goes to resheath his sword, he stiffens up and turns to face you and sort of takes his sword back to a ready position.
Wave and say hi.
So he's got his long sword gripped in two hands, sort of, and he speaks to you. And I'll try to do his voice justice, but this is a voice of a very dry throat. This is someone who has not spoken in a very long time. What master do you serve?
I serve Tom.
I serve the preservation of my species.
None within these lands.
Callow's just gonna shrug.
The figure looks at each of you as you speak and seems to focus a little bit more on you, Sniverax. You. Step forward.
Sniv will stiffen a little bit, gather herself, and move forward a bit.
Callow, you've already moved. I was gonna yell, no, you.
Well, the figure approaches you and gets uncomfortably close. Like, it's not in your face, but like if this person were in line behind you at the ATM, you'd be like, dude, the fuck?
Like him. Assert your dominance or fart on him.
The deception was to hide her nerves about this.
Okay, yeah.
With advantage, because I'm backing you up, Sniv.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
If D will allow that.
Sure. So, Sniverax, now that you're up this close, this creature in front of you is very obviously undead.
Cal's
And
gonna draw his bow.
could I please have a perception check from you?
Sure.
Okay, nope. This undead creature, like, it still has its sword in its hands. It raises the point of the blade towards you in almost an absent fashion.
Callow's gonna knock his arrow and say, "Whoa, buddy."
Hold on, Callow. If this is a challenge, let's see how this plays out first.
Have a sword.
You are gingerly poked in the chest, Sniverax, with its blade.
Can I figure out his intent with that?
Where did you get these colors?
I got some from my paladin master, who I served for many years. Well, this particular one I got from a tailor, but I had one exactly like it. I've worn them all my life.
The point of the sword drops to the ground, and the undead creature leans down towards you and is almost like right in your face. What order of paladin?
Okay, here's the question. Was I canonically aware of the Order of the Silver Dragon from him, or is that just a thing I can decide?
My understanding is that your master was Order of the Silver Dragon and that
Yes.
you were initiated into that.
I don't think she was actually initiated so much as like not. It wasn't intended to be like, okay, you're a paladin successor. It's more like, yeah, you're my squire, so you're wearing the same colors, and like I'm going to teach you the same thing I believe.
So just say
Okay.
your master was Order of the Silver Dragon.
And with this insight check, by the way, Raka, as you look into this creature's eyes, you can see it is definitely very intelligent, but you also see hatred in its eyes. It doesn't appear to be aimed at you directly, because your insight check is so good. This is a creature who is very nearly consumed by hatred. Hatred motivates everything that they do. And while it's not directed at you, it's driving their actions right now.
I'm going to come back from Sniverax just a little bit to Callow, and I'm going to lean in and just very quietly tell him to make the sun sword prominent in terms of visibility. Not to draw it, but to make it visible.
And
Okay.
in response to his question, I have come to understand my paladin master, Sardorium, was most recently in the Order of the Silver Dragon. And if you are further interested, also part of the Order of Torm's Might, although that was earlier in his career.
So when you say Order of the Silver Dragon, this creature reacts like it's been slapped in the face. Like, it pulls back from you a good 6 inches, and its eyes are wide. This creature kind of grows silent and contemplative for a moment. I have not met another from the Order of the Silver Dragon in so long. Perhaps you could save us.
Another? Wait, do you mean you? Are you of the Order? How?
In life, I was a paladin. I served Lord Argynvost to keep those who sought to plunder the secrets of the Amber Temple away from that which they sought. In death, I am a monster.
Wait, you... Argynvost... The Order... Well, I knew they had been... They had fallen. I'd heard it from Strahd, but... Or... Has the entire Order returned, like, in this state?
You can see this creature visibly shuddered at the mention of the name Strahd. It's not just fear, but it's not mostly fear. Like, it's fear, it's anger, and it's that hate coming back. Strahd. There's a monster. He slew the Order even before he became a monster in form as well as fact. His armies laid waste to Argynvost, to Argynvost himself. All of us fell before his might. And later, when he became what he is now, we returned as well. Corrupted, unable to find peace. We attacked his castle, seeking to end our torment. Our leader, Vladimir Horngard, stopped us at the gates when he learned what had befallen Barovia. That the entire land serves as a prison for that monster. He gave the order. Strahd must live to experience the torment every day. We can oppose those who seek to aid him. We can fell his ally. We can support his enemies. But until Vladimir changes our orders, we can never oppose him directly. We can never end our suffering. Perhaps you could change his mind.
I will do what I can for the Order, of course, but this is a nightmare. How could paladins in such standing be cursed to undeath? It's monstrous. I'm sorry, I did not mean to call you a monster, but the act of twisting those who should have a glorious afterlife, who should find peace with their God, it is horrible.
We fell in a cursed land and became cursed ourselves.
Is this what awaits me and my allies if we fail?
Can I have a quick insight check from Sniverax?
Sure.
You mentioned Vladimir, by the way. I'm just updating my notes. Have we heard that name as the leader of the order at Argenvostolt?
I don't think you have. And let me actually type out his name for you. So with that pretty low insight check, Sniverax, when you ask that question, this former paladin looks away, now revenant of a sword, looks off into the distance and doesn't answer. You can't tell if it's because they don't know or because they feel like the truth is obvious and you should be able to figure it out. You're not clear.
She's going to come to the wrong conclusion, or maybe a little bit off the conclusion. Yes, of course. I should not expect to fail. If this is the duty I am given, I will not consider defeat. It's just one of the few things that has... Well, no, many things have rattled me here, but nothing so... Well, if you don't mind me asking another question, I told you of my master Sardorium. Do you know what happened to him?
I do not. I have not been in direct contact with another of the Order, even the other falling, in some time. I have been wandering these woods, bringing the fight to Strahd's allies for centuries, days. Time means little.
I see. So maybe there is still this slimmest amount of hope. So you wish for me to change the mind of Vladimir. Is the leader of your order was Argenvost, correct?
Yeah, this former paladin shudders. Correct.
So why is it Vladimir's orders that now bind you?
He hesitates for a moment before speaking. Strahd's armies conquered Argenvost. Argenvost himself was the last to fall. Strahd ordered him dismembered, flayed the flesh from his bones, and took it back to his castle as a trophy. We are all corrupted. Argenvost, perhaps worse than the rest of us.
Well, aside from being dismembered and having his remains so desecrated, do you think there's something more Strahd has done to him? If we were to recover the body, and if the curse that holds you also applies to him, do you think he will be returned? perhaps ready to turn against Strahd.
It is possible that if Argynvost's remains were returned to his home, that some measure of this curse might be lifted. I don't think we would be able to aid you in combat. I think we might be able to find rest. If you will excuse me, this topic is upsetting. I would like to find something to kill now.
Of course. Sorry, if I can ask one more thing. Is there anything that we can find at Argynvost? We were advised once to go there. What could we expect there?
Painful memories and ghosts of good men. And he begins walking away, off the path, just out into the forest.
Ghosts of good men, but like, are they gonna cause us problems though?
Was that in character or to me?
In character.
There is no response.
Okay, bye.
Wait, what is your name?
You ask just as he disappears from sight into the darkness and the brush. And for just a moment, there's no response. And you hear kind of a whisper on the wind. It's been so long. I no longer remember.
You also never answered if you wanted to join the party.
I think that's a clear no.
He already said he can't directly oppose. I
Doesn't
think
have
he
to
knows what we're doing.
oppose. You could be a friend. Look,
You should have tried to get somebody to fuck him. That's your go-to.
Either that or feed him child pie.
Closet isn't directly opposing. He's still part of the party. You don't have to directly oppose.
He did the cool walk-off. I think it's too late.
Alright,
Yeah,
well,
he's
missing out.
had the cool walk-off. Yeah, he's done. Oh, by the way, guys, I forgot to tell you.
Well, he's missing out. Sucks to be him.
Yes, for so many reasons.
Yeah, but specifically because he's not part of our party.
Well, that's true. Didn't even get to ask him if he wanted to dress.
He would look so dapper.
All right, so that was the only random encounter I had planned to throw at you guys. Ooh, excuse me, goodness. The only random encounter I had planned to throw at you guys. So yes, I suppose from here you would make it back into Vallaki, kind of late in the evening. Not a lot of shops open right now. Everybody's closed up. What's our plan?
Continue towards Vallaki. But I'm going to skin those wolves first.
Okay.
Oh, I will assist as best I can.
So we got 3 more wolf pelts and a lot more meat. Because of course we do.
Mm-hmm.
Look, man, we need to sell the wolf pelts to these guards in Vallaki. We've made a deal.
Right, we did.
So, yes, you arrive back in Vallaki, spending the night in the church.
Yep.
guess we don't have to have you all stuck in that little room having girl talk. Yeah, so Poncho's still hanging around outside. Casimir and Irina are there. Yeah. So is there any particular role play that you guys want to knock out before you sleep in the church?
I think for a change, Sniv usually tries to do, something little productive. It'll be, polishing armor. It'll be prepping more food. It'll be repacking, something like that. This time, she's just kind of off on her own, in her own head, just processing a lot of shit.
That seems fair.
So she's going to be quiet, mostly.
Does anybody have anything they want or need to do?
I do. Actually. Sorry, you go first, Pretend.
No, I said I can't think of anything, so all you, Sarah, all you.
I would like to just wait up until midnight again and watch that procession once more.
That procession takes place.
Oh, that's in Barovia, isn't it?
Yeah, that's in the village of Barovia.
Never mind. I'm just gonna chill.
Okay. All right, so we can fast forward a little bit. You get to the morning. You were provided with food and sacramental wine, because of course you are. And the armor that we talked about last time is ready for you. Some chain shirt, and pick up your shield, Corthel. Sniv, the custom suit of plate armor that we've dubbed the Child's Plate, is ready, as is your repaired tabard.
Sounds good. And I'll have to. No, I bought the extra tabard that got ripped. I'm gonna ask for that one to be repaired too.
Okay.
Wolf accident.
I think we'll say that'll be like a half a gold. So, what is that? One electrum piece?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Yeah, so you've got a functional tabard now. You've got one left at the clothier. And Kalika gets back the cloak that we discussed, the Sangzor cloak from that giant ass mountain goat, and the handful of feathers you were able to retrieve from the rock of Mount Gacchus are around your neck, as well as that necklace that you've gotten your hands on has been turned into the clasp. It has the caduceus, I think, made of, I don't remember if it was silver or gold, but it had the emerald eyes. And yeah, you look like a boxer, really, who's trying to hype themselves up.
Nice.
The other option was pimp, but I feel like that's Callow's wheelhouse, and I don't want to infringe on it.
Oh man, she can be a pimp if she wants.
Okay, yeah, so yeah, your shield has a nice raven emblem on it. Kick ass. All right, so, and I don't remember how much I told you all of those things cost. Hopefully you guys will remember and be able to remove it from your inventories.
I'm pretty sure I already did, but
Okay.
I can double check.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought we were doing a lump sum thing of gold.
Yeah.
So the question is, where are we going now?
I think if we have any more relaxed time, Sniv will probably, she's going to get her armor, put it on, see how it looks, sort of a little less excited than she normally would have been. She just wants to talk to Father Petrovich for at least before we head out.
Okay.
So she'll kind of at least for the moment, clank and waddle in with stuff she can't quite use yet.
Okay.
Thank you again for hosting us for another night, Father Petrovich. We got all we need in town, I believe, so we'll probably be gone again for a while. I learned more
3 wolves dead
about
so far, Zangu,
the
but we
order
didn't
of
kill them.
the
Though we
Silver
did come
Dragon
across
in
a
Arkenvor's court,
revenant. So that'll be
and
interesting.
found out
No
something
player deaths yet this session, but it's only just
troubling.
started. Ish.
Did you know what happened to its members?
And I'm going to apologize before
Yeah,
I speak.
yeah.
I vaguely remember giving Petrovich a southern preacher voice,
Might have
but I
been.
don't remember how exactly it worked out. So
Welcome, by the way. So it's always a pleasure to
Well,
have the
I
death egg with us.
don't recall anything in particular about it. All seemed to happen such a long time ago. It's just an abandoned mansion out in the middle of the woods. A lot of people are
Yeah, good way
kind of
to
afraid of
change
it.
up the
There's a
monotony of
rumor that
Torghast.
it's haunted.
I believe it's more than a rumor. In fact, I know a good number of the members are not, well, they are dead, but they are not resting. They have come back in undead form. They didn't fall from grace. They made no mistakes. And yet they are brought back in a twisted form. They are stuck here. I only had a surface level understanding of undead, but I believe there are always evil creatures. How is this possible?
Well, how is anything possible? It's terrible. What you're describing, it is. Perhaps they're being allowed to suffer for a reason. I can't.
The church's response to everything.
Sometimes
Suffering with purpose.
bad things happen to good people. And there's no real reason you can point to. But you just have to try to keep your faith that it's part of a greater plan. That sometimes your suffering will mean something, whether it's a lesson you learn to make you stronger, or if it just puts you in the right place at the right time to help someone out.
But can they still be redeemed? I thought that those that had been risen as undead were cursed beyond death, that they would not receive the eternal rewards they should have had, whatever afterlife it would be, whichever gods they would serve, of course. But can this be undone? Is it too late?
There are no oceans in Barovia, but I heard a story once about a young monk who was tasked with emptying an ocean into another ocean with only a spoon. And there was a land bridge of must have been 100 miles across between the two oceans. And he spent thousands of years walking back and forth between these two oceans. And finally, he emptied the one into the other. The parable in question originally had a different purpose behind it, but I think one lesson you could take away from it is anything is possible if you're willing to put the work in.
I see. Thank you. I suppose there is nothing more to do other than at least attempt to fix this situation.
Well, I don't know if this will help it up, but and from behind the altar, Petrovich produces one vial in each hand of what you Sniverax would recognize as holy water. Because of your knowledge of religious rituals, you know that holy water is often used in like consecrating ground or items or purifying things.
Oh, thank you. I will make sure this goes to good purpose. It is probably time for us to leave. So stay safe.
Isn't it still nighttime?
I believe we established this was the next morning.
Ah,
Yep.
I must have missed that. My bad.
She will less than gracefully move out. Everything
Okay.
is less dramatic in a fat suit.
So is Argenvostholt the party's next destination?
It is a destination.
Yeah, so we've got 3 specific places of interest at the moment, right? We've got the Mad Wizard and his wine, we've got the Druids, and Argenvostholt.
Point of order. The Mad Mage, who I believe you have heard rumors of, is different from Wizard of Wines.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. Wizard of Wines is where you were directed to find out why wine shipments into the was it the Blue Water Inn in Valaki?
Yes.
Why the shipments have stopped. You've heard rumors of a Mad Mage out in the wilderness. That's, I think, to the north and east of Valaki.
Yep.
Yeah, and then at some point you were going to seek out the abbot at the monastery of St. Markovia in the village of Kresk. I think Kalika might try to bone him, was the reason.
Well, as long as he's not a vampire.
I mean, historically, like.
Yeah, that's true. But Strahd. We can find a different vampire.
He's powerful. We could had to try.
I feel like we should finish up the quests in the Valaki quest hub first, personally, before we start hitting other quest hubs. Like, I think we should at least find out what's going on with the Wizard of the Wines.
Mm-hmm. It would also be worth figuring out. I don't remember what our final conclusions were on the people running Valaki. The guy, the mayor of the town, or Burgermeister.
He's the Burgomeister, and he's Baron
Creepy.
something.
Creepy, has an obsession with Irene, but hasn't kind of corrupt, but hasn't really done anything to explicitly warrant us killing him.
Well, that was his right-hand man. And
Yes,
that guy is...
That was Isaac or Izak Strahd's. And you were aware of a couple things in town. There is another noble person in town who not so secretly opposes the Baron and looks to supplant him. That is the Lady Wachter.
Yes, but we know the Lady Wachter to be in league with the Dark One.
So
Yes. I don't remember how we found that out, but yes.
I think deduction based on Madame Ava's reading of the cards.
mhm.
And
Yes,
information we
which-
gathered when we first came to Vallaki based on the nobles we asked about.
And
So
speaking of, I think she was referenced in the reading that Madame Ava gave you.
Yes.
So do we trust the Burgermeister here to be an enemy of Strahd? So would we want to support him? Would we want to deal with his enemies?
I don't know if he'd necessarily be an enemy of Strahd per se, but he's certainly not a proponent in the same way that the Lady Wachter is if she's trying to supplant him.
Mm-hmm. It'd definitely be a problem for what has been our safe haven if she supplants him, I would assume. I don't know if she can do anything to mess with the church.
So, all right, I will say that based on your conversations with Irina, who would be somewhat familiar with the guy as her father was also a Burgomaster, and Petrovich, since his sister is married to the Burgomaster, that you would know this about the Burgomaster. He is trying to do the right thing, but he's kind of a dipshit.
Okay.
He has decided to oppose Strahd in the weirdest fucking way possible. He has decided that Strahd, for whatever reason, wants everyone to be miserable. So he is going to oppose Strahd by trying to make people happy.
Well,
Okay.
here's my take on this, and I'm probably reading way too deep into this. But if you're going to oppose Strahd long term, you don't want to seem competent, right? Like, you got to seem a little bit crazy. You got to seem like you don't know what you're doing. He was dead on about not naming Strahd. Like, he probably framed it for a completely different reason. He didn't tell people why not to name Strahd. So maybe he's intuitively getting this right. Maybe he knows more than he's letting on.
Even
He
a
might be a
clock is
dipshit,
right
he might
once
be-
a day.
You what?
Even a broken clock is right once a day.
Well, you're right.
And I would remind you, when you came into town, walked through the town square for the first time, there were a bunch of people that were put in the stocks. And I think you, Sniverax, might have made things worse by...
By trying to help, yep.
yeah. Oh, it was called... Where's my donkey-headed criminals notes? I seem to have lost my marker for that page.
Did
But
we get
if
the
I remember-
Burgermeister's actual name, by the way? Sorry.
Did you get what?
The Burgermeister's actual name? I don't seem to have noted it.
Hang on. Vargas Velakovich.
Okay.
It's the beginning of the chapter.
Hold on. The leader of Vallaki is Var Velakovich.
Uh-huh. Yeah, welcome to Barovia. It's not exactly a meritocracy.
Okay, it took me a second to remember, oh yeah, it was probably named for his family and not, he just had the luckiest name ever.
Right.
For a second, for some reason, I thought there was like democratic elections here and like you won with that name.
Look
Right.
at my name. You gotta vote for me. Come on.
Well, I cannot find the page that the encounter was taken from. I don't remember how much you remember of that, Raka, but essentially the people that you found in the stocks were there for the crime of not being happy enough.
Right. No, I'm just proposing that he might not be as nuts as he seems. He probably is, but it would be really nice if he wasn't.
So I'm gonna level with you. I fell asleep for the past 10 minutes.
Oh, team.
I don't think you missed too
No.
much. I think the last 10 minutes were Sniv talking to Father Petrovich, who's just, she's getting over her own crisis here, and then deciding what we're going to do next, and figuring out who our allies are.
Alright. Oh, are we still in the church right now?
We are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we need to end early so you can go sleep?
That's 7.
So 40 minutes more.
Yes. We're good. We should be good.
It's not we, it's you. Are you gonna be good?
Yeah. I'll be okay.
Pratim makes poor choices daily. It's all right.
This has nothing to do with my poor choices. This has everything to do with my body deciding to be a bitch.
Not helped by your poor choices. So.
No, this has nothing. I have no control over this with my personal choices.
Anyway.
So, were you alluding to, or did you
Very
say
sleepy Pratim.
Irina's opinion on
Poor
this guy is that he may be opposing Strahd, but he's not reliable?
Essentially, just he has
Okay.
a reputation of being a good guy, but not the brightest guy. And I'm not even necessarily saying that he's dumb. This is just somebody. Okay, imagine that family member with whom you disagree on all things political, and you just absolutely cannot understand how they've come to the conclusions that they've come to. It just seems so like everything seems so not based in reality, so fucking weird. Like that's this guy, except everyone in town, with the exception of his immediate family and Ezek, seem to be in agreement about this guy. Like he's working from the assumption of facts that don't make sense to you.
Okay.
He's a flat earther. He's a 9/11 conspiracy theorist. He believes in QAnon.
But it probably still would be an issue if he was unseated.
Probably at least amongst his friends or family.
Because you've established that the likely next person in line is someone who's not exactly opposed to Strahd.
Well, almost explicitly in league with Strahd.
Mm-hmm.
Which is definitely a problem.
What was it you learned? You overheard, or you were told by someone who had overheard Lady Fiona Wachter, who is often quoted as saying, "I had rather serve the devil than a madman." And it was very clear that the madman she referred to was Vargas Volakovich.
What would Irina's opinion be on dealing with her, with Strahd's potential ally? Sorry, I forgot the name as soon as you said it.
Wachter.
Wachter. Like, is that a possibility here? Like, is it going too far to say like we should get her out of the picture?
So Irina would probably convey that, to her knowledge, Lady Wachter is just a little bit scary. That her kids are not threatening. That Lady Wachter has 3 kids, 2 sons who are generally, like, they're kind of troublemakers. They don't push things too far, but they have had to pull the "Don't you know who my mom is" a few times. Yeah, those kind of spoiled fucking rich kids. And that there is a rumor that there is something deeply wrong with her daughter, who has not been seen in public in a while. She's generally known as somebody you don't want to deal with. Just, you don't want to be put in a position where you're between her and something she wants. She is not someone to be fucked with.
Well, she could probably ruin us politically, but not terribly worried about that. It's more of how hard could she fight? Would people turn against us if it did turn into a fight?
Yeah.
We just like threw her in a sack and kept her in a
Sleep
basement
is
for a
important.
while until this all blew over. Like, how angry would people
But at
be?
least this time for Pratim, it seems to be to do
Irina's
with some other
response would
things.
be very angry. Like that, she personally wouldn't care, but Fiona walked her. She doesn't have like a huge number of supporters in town, but like the true supporters that she has are very fervent supporters, and there are a much greater number who, like, they're getting kind of sick of Vargas Vlahovic and would just, like, fuck it, we'll welcome the change. Because you may or may not remember, you learned that there's a festival just about every week, and people are so sick of these festivals because they're required to attend, they're required to be happy. It's a pain.
Would Irina be willing to work with Vlahovic?
In what way?
Like, assist him to be a better burgomaster. Obviously, she doesn't want to. I think it would be a bad idea to approach it as like, "Hey, I'm going to go for your job," but more of like, "I have a vested interest in you staying burgomaster," and like, she probably can't be in public either. People probably shouldn't know that she's there, but she has common sense. She was adopted daughter of a burgomaster. She knows these things. She might even know him personally a little bit.
So I'm going to point out one glaring problem with that suggestion, which is Izek Strahd's, who you guys have established has even though he has not seen Irina, as far as you know, he seems to be obsessed with a woman who looks like her. The doll
Right.
Zaglinskis.
Oh,
And you've got to remember,
yeah.
he's the Baron's right-hand man in Forster Guy.
Okay.
Can we get rid of that guy?
That is a question. Like, how loyal is his right-hand man? Is the guy just like a true neutral psycho, or is he one of Strahd's plants?
So
he's made
Petrovich would know enough to clue you in here. Let me see if I can find the text on this guy, because he's a fun one. Oh yeah, Petrovich would know the whole fucking deal. This is great.
Oh, like even why he's like got a fixation on Irina?
Okay. When Isaac, I keep switching the pronunciation of his name. I'm sorry. I don't know which is better, Isaac or Ezek. When he had a full family when he was a kid, mom, dad, and at least one uncle and a sister. On one day, Ezek, sister, dad, and uncle all went fishing in the nearby lake, Lake Zarovich. On their way back to town, a dire wolf came out of the woods and attacked Ezek and bit off his right arm. between his father and his uncle, they managed to distract the wolf and get Izek back to town. His little sister ran off into the woods and was never seen again. So he had sort of a rough childhood. His parents were so bereft, just so full of grief after all of this. They succumbed to it. Like they died. He became an orphan. It's unclear what happened to his uncle, and he became a sociopath. The other kids would mock him relentlessly, not just because, hey, look at Willie One Arm, but they'd make fun of him for being an orphan. Little bastards these kids were.
It's
He
it's Barovia. This has to be like a standard childhood.
said even though he had one arm, he was a big kid. So he found out pretty early on it wasn't a big problem for him to kill them and dispose of their bodies.
Ah,
He was eventually... Sorry, go ahead.
logical solution.
Yeah, I was gonna say, naturally, as one does.
He was eventually caught in the act and thrown in jail. He was brought before the burgomaster, who, instead of punishing him, gave him a pardon and took him into his home. He's been the burgomaster's right-hand man ever since, and he is loyal to a fault. Like, because of Vargas Vlahovic, Izek Strahd has respect for the first time ever, has power for the first time ever. And after, like, years after taking on this position, he woke up one night, or, well, one morning after a night of excessive drinking, where he was in a drunken stupor and just had a new arm that was covered in these barbed spines. It has really long fingers and nails. Oh, and he can use it to magically create fire.
Ah. So he just had it one day.
He just woke up with it after years of being a terrible person.
After a night of drinking, so something happened.
But that's all Petrovich knows.
Okay.
And
So
he would only know
Petrovich
what his sister told him.
So Petrovich has no idea why he's got a fixation on Irina.
Nope. Like I say, it's not necessarily that it's Irina, just he has a fixation on a woman that he's had Blinsky making dolls of. And the doll that you came across, yeah, disturbingly similar to Irene. As far as you know, Izek has never seen Irina, like even before you guys came to town.
But at least this guy seems like he's not a Strahd plant.
As far as you know.
Right.
Like, as far as you know, his loyalty to Vlahovic is true and total.
So this seems like a situation we can't mess with too much because we can't intervene with the lady that is his main rival. His right-hand man seems okay, at least. Like, at least it's somebody that will protect him if shit goes really wrong.
Yeah, if anything comes up against his boss, he will literally kill it with fire.
So maybe we are safe to do some of the side quests. Well, supposedly side quests. Main quest, who knows? We have jobs. We're not unemployed. It's a real job, Mom. So was the Wizard of Wine the one that was ideally within a week?
Yeah, they didn't attach any sort of real timeline to it. They just said, hey, find out why we haven't been getting any shipments.
Yeah, I thought it was like we have like a week or two of wine left, and after that we're just watering it down. So like
Right.
very
Which is
soft time,
not ideal. Yeah.
but that's still at least a reason to prioritize it over everything that's just, we need to be there eventually.
Did you actually want to investigate like the castle with the spooky ghost boys?
At
As
some
well?
point, yes.
What is that in terms of your priority? Because I feel like
Before
I
we
don't know.
take on Strahd. It's
I assume so, but like
it's
beyond that.
So for Sniv, this isn't something she thinks will get immediate power. This is mostly a closure thing. Like she both wants to find out what happened with her master, and also she kind of wants to put off, having that be final. So like when we get to it, we get to it. And if the opportunity is there,
Right.
she'll definitely take it, but she's not racing to it.
Do we know where on the map that is?
Yes.
We're talking about Argenvostold, right?
Yes.
Let me pull you back in.
Yeah, it's on the western side.
So you guys are currently at N for Velaki, and Argenvostold is Q, Wizard of Wines is W. So Argenvostold is actually closer.
But it's also on the way back from the Wizard of Wine.
That's true.
Yeah, let's detour Wizard of Wines, and then if Sniv is feeling up to it, we can do Argenvostold.
But while we're also at the Wizard of Wine, it's only a short trip from there to the Yesterhill Druids as well.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good point.
Do a nice little circuit knocking out the side quests we've been ignoring.
Yep.
The druids are the Raven boys, right? When the Raven talked to me, am I remembering that correctly?
No, they were somehow affiliated. You didn't really make inroads diplomatically, but they're somehow affiliated with the people who run the Blue Water Inn in Velaki.
Okay.
But we might want to resolve the issue with the Wizard of the Wine before we go to Yesterhill. If we go to Yesterhill without a recommendation from those within the Blue Water Inn, we may be screwing ourselves.
Yeah, let's do the Wizard of Wine.
Okay. Sounds
Okay.
like fun.
Wizard of Wine, and on the way back to Velaki, we're going to swing through Argenvostold.
So, I am going to put up a random daytime encounter, and hopefully we can finish that out in the next 20 minutes, and start off next session at the Wizard of Wines.
Hey.
Okay, so we need
Also, we moved everything inside, and Pancho is coming with us.
Okay.
And Father
You're a
Petrovich has
very
been
interesting group.
given leeway to utilize the funds that are left behind or to sell the items on our behalf. As long as he doesn't spend too much of our coin.
I'm fine
Okay.
with that.
We're basically patrons of this church.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I spaced a little bit there. So Pancho's coming with was what's his name?
Casimir can join us if he wishes, but he should understand that we're not quite yet ready to tackle Strahd and give him the distraction he needs to find his sister within Strahd's castle.
Okay. I think he will come with you for now, mostly to keep your dumbasses alive.
Cool.
We need that, yeah.
So he's basically his approach going forward, Nick, is going to be what any sensible wizard should be. He's going to try to stay at the back, but not so far at the back that he's away from help if something flanks.
Yep.
Like, he's all about keeping himself safe first and foremost.
Easy.
Okay, and I need just a moment while I am throwing this together.
Did we ever find out what Casimir's transformation meant for him in terms of combat?
Absolutely nothing.
Okay.
Oh, you are not going to like that.
Sniv,
It's just so many wolves.
we collected all of our stuff too, right?
Yes, you got all your new armor and stuff.
So Kalika's got a silvered weapon. We've all got armor.
Mm-mm.
No, she didn't actually go through with that.
Oh.
Oh man, my AC is 16 now. That's so cool.
I need to put in my inventory. 2 more holy waters.
I did go into a separate room to don my new chain shirt, by the way. Just so nobody had to watch me
I think everyone's probably grateful for that.
make the attachments.
So were those new piercings?
Yep.
Oh.
Oh, so many things to mark. I'll get you guys over here in a minute.
You go into the fight with
Oh,
Strahd, and he
God.
just grabs you by the shirt to drag you forward for an intimidating speech. You're just like, Jesus!
I'm gonna make a mess on his pants if he does that.
I was gonna say, an intimidating grab turns into a moan.
Please, no, stop.
Oh, do you have your Castle Nathra weak war ready for him to do that?
Harder, daddy.
We all thought Kalika was the problem. But it
Oh,
turns out
shit.
Belle was
We
the
are
one.
all the problem.
Oh, there's
All
a
right.
ninja one. We need
If
to
you
kill
guys-
the ninja one first.
You guys could roll for initiative for me, please.
No.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try something different with my initiative roll.
Oh.
So my initiative is a +1. Ah. I have a 4D.
Okay. Give me just a sec. I'm getting stat blocks up for these things.
Zangu, Pancho is the best. Pancho is
Oh,
my
I have to go to the friggin' monster
personal
manual
fucking
again.
war machine.
You fought these things before.
Yeah, I thought they looked familiar. Does the humanoid look the same as the one we encountered last time with these things?
Yep.
So totally feral and can't talk with them or offer services.
Yes. Please don't try to fuck it, Prateen.
Hey, he's never tried to fuck it himself.
Please try not to get it fucked, Prateen.
Are you awake, Prateen?
Oh Lord.
I mean, he must be
I
somewhat.
forgot I was on
Oh,
I
good.
forgot I was on voice activation and I was pressing my push to talk thing with my mic muted. It didn't work.
It's like he's got to be there. He rolled initiative.
Oh yeah, you did.
Can you guys not hear me?
We can
I
now.
Hello? I've been talking this entire time. What the hell?
Nothing's been coming through.
It's only just now coming through.
Wait.
Like
hold
when
on.
you say that you had it
Can
muted.
you hear me now?
Yeah.
We could already hear. Can you
Oh.
hear us?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so we're adding a turn for Corfell. Sorry, you said it was what, 4?
Yeah.
Okay, and the druid gets a +1.
Oh, fuck
Okay.
off. I'm gonna try something for shits and giggles. Oh, are you serious? The initiative button works today?
Okay.
So the druid and the 1, 2,
This is your fault,
5,
Zangu.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Twig blights.
They get to go first. Fantastic.
Oh, Casimir's with us. Is he just gonna go on my turn again?
Yeah, I was gonna have Poncho and Casimir go on your turn.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Murdering
So,
initiative indeed.
Let's have some fun here. I think the druid is gonna use a spell. I don't cast against you guys very much. Oh, and Roll20 doesn't want to tell me about that spell. Fuck you, Roll20. All right, so this is going to be 15. Okay. So the druid is going to just run right up to you, Corfell, get right in your face, and
Later, Zangu.
going to require a Constitution saving throw from Corfell, Callow, and Sniverax.
Corfell's just gonna, like, punch her in the throat and cast Counterspell.
Okay.
Does that,
So
do
that'll
I
be
still
at
need con save then?
that'll be at level 5.
Wow.
Because
Yeah,
that's
no.
the only level I can cast that, I believe.
I
Sorry,
will,
level
I
4,
will
level 4.
Wait, so do we still need a con save if he's counterspelling?
If he's canceled the spell, yeah, you're good.
Cool, cool, cool.
Okay. Now that means we have to do all of these little guys' turns. So, oh Jesus. Okay, so they can move. Oh, they can only move. So you go there. You All right, so not all of them are going to get a turn this time around. We're going to have the red one attack Kalika first. It has a +3 to hit with its adorable tiny little claws. Is a 15 good enough to hit you, Kalika?
My AC is literally 15.
Ooh, yeah. Okay. So it's going to do 3 piercing damage. Orange is going to attack Callow. I think we established you're at like a 17 or an 18.
I'm at 16, so that does not
Ooh,
hit.
okay. Yep, you're good. Blue is going to take a shot at Corfell.
That'll miss.
Green is going to take a shot at Sniverax.
Nope.
All right. Bunch of swings and misses. And it is now Sniverax's turn.
All right, bonus action for my shillelagh. Let's take some hits at this druid. Oh. Cool.
Yeah, okay.
There we go. And I'm going to let's put a smite in this.
Okay.
So 25 damage to the druid.
Yikes. Okay.
This is actually working well for her. She's just kind of turtling up and taking a few stabs.
That's your whole turn, I assume?
Mm-hmm.
Sniverax does not mess around.
Kalika?
Give me just a second because I need to bring up a certain something. 3 guesses as to what. And
Okay.
yeah, Kaliko's gonna get a little bit annoyed at what just happened.
Rage, rage.
That is an 8, so that means a bolt of lightning shoots from your chest. Another creature of your choice that you can see within 30 feet of you must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d6 radiant damage and be blinded until the start of your next turn. Until your rage ends, you can use this effect again on one of your turns as a bonus.
All right, so Constitution saving throw from a twig blight, huh? What's the DC going to be on that?
Give me just a second. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be the same as my Constitution saving throw, which is why is life difficult? 13 plus proficiency, which is 3, so 16.
Okay, go ahead and roll the damage.
We'll check. That's just 1d6, not too much.
The twig blight is blasted apart.
Oh.
Fantastic.
Just, yeah, you full on just like Care Bear stare it into oblivion.
Okay. Then, as it explodes, Kalika's gonna kind of do like a full run right through it to run up to this boy and stab him.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Wait, don't you have double attack?
You cleave it in twain.
Kalika's gonna go ahead and run up to this boy and go ahead and use her second attack.
Oh my god.
Sure, it showed up to the wrong encounter.
Yeah, like this one, you don't cut it in half. Like you hit, it just explodes into dust. Like it just ceases to exist. So yeah.
Okay.
Is that your whole turn?
Yeah, I can't really do anything else, so yeah.
Okay. So Calla, what's up?
I mean, he's got a two-handed sunlight sword. The dude that tried to smack him. That's what Callow's gonna do. I don't know if that hits.
Not really, no.
No, he's gonna try again. Yeah, okay.
Oh,
That's exactly what the hell? Hello, Rick
3 and 2
dice.
and 4 and 2.
That's bullshit.
That hurts.
Yeah, it does hurt.
Little did you know that twig blights thrive on sunlight, even when it comes from a sword.
Wait, hold on. Jimmy can also bite. All right, that one hit.
Okay, which one is Jimmy biting?
The same one, and Jimmy is gonna like bark at Callow like, "What the fuck, bro?"
So yeah, Jimmy sees his favorite plaything, a stick, dancing around in front of you, assumes it's playtime, goes to play catch the stick, except the stick breaks in his mouth. Jimmy is confused and a little sad. Corfell.
Casimir's gonna go first. He was already in the midst of it as Kalika rushed in. And a fireball is going to speed from his hand and land at the blue dot here. Oh,
Okay.
Jimmy, no. Jimmy moved in also. So, basically... Yeah. So,
That might kill Jimmy.
Oh shit.
This is very
Even if he makes the
unfortunate.
save, it will probably kill Jimmy
Oh, shit.
unless he rolls really low in damage.
We can resurrect Jimmy. It's okay.
Hold on. They have +3 to hit and do 1d4 damage.
All right, I'm gonna move it back a line because I can't kill Jimmy. That would be inappropriate.
You also could probably hit it like, yeah, there. And it would be
Yeah.
able to hit
Yeah.
killing Jimmy.
Yeah. Let's
So
do it
that-
on that side.
So you'll basically hit all of them except for green.
Correct.
Without hitting any friendlies.
Correct.
Okay.
At the last minute, Casimir sees Jimmy and says, "Ah, fuck," and flicks it off to the side a little bit.
This
Right.
kills the Jimmy.
So the spell save is 14. Alright. So Twig Blights. It's a dexterity save, right?
Correct.
If they have 6 health or lower, don't bother. The bare minimum he can roll out of this is the only thing that would save them. Wait, it's 8d6, right?
Yeah.
So bare minimum,
Yeah.
it's 8 of half of 8 damage, and you would have to roll all ones.
That's
They're
a
probably dead.
That's a fair point. Yes, they are all dead. They're also vulnerable to fire.
Oh yeah, they're.
And you hit the druid so hard that it has literally 2 hit points left. So, yeah.
I'm gonna try and grapple the druid. Well, I'm gonna order Pancho to grapple the druid.
Druid's dead.
Okay, but it's dead.
I thought you said the druid had 2 hit points left.
Snivrax hit the druid
Yeah.
so hard he had 2 HP left.
Oh.
You are overkilling the shit out of this guy.
Druid's dead.
Look, if we're doing corpse puppets, you gotta let me know. We only have 1 druid here.
Green is the only one left alive right now.
Pancho's gonna run up on green and just fucking belt it.
Like, you did 64 damage each to creatures with 4 hit points.
His DPS is so high right now, though.
Shit, where'd my Pancho go? So that's a 17 to hit on the first attack.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah. The second attack doesn't matter then.
Okay.
It catches the back of Sniv's tail. Damage is 2d6 plus 4. I have a feeling it's dead.
Yeah. Yeah. It is just, yeah. It just shatters into dust.
Does it actually make that second one that grab Sniv?
The Poncho's second attack, I think, hits Sniv's tail because it's already swinging at the Twig Blight as
Okay.
it's turning into dust, not realizing and just kind of like, oh, shit, sorry, my bad.
Could you control that better?
Sorry. And I give Sniv a little pat on the head. I'm sorry I killed the druid though. That was... I thought the druid might be a little bit hardier.
I thought the little grass things would be very much hardier.
We have definitely gotten stronger since we came here.
Can we pump a heal into the druid and then just kind of tuck her away somewhere safely to recover?
If you want me to, of course.
What?
I feel like the druid may potentially be worth saving.
So I'm going to use any rope I have, bind the unconscious / dying druid before healing it.
Shit.
Okay.
Oh, is
And,
Pancho
give it 5 health from my lay on hands.
Wait, how much did you hit it for initially? Raka?
26. You
25, I thought.
Yeah. Whatever.
All right, so I haven't
whatever's
complete like I didn't outright kill it with the fireball, kill her with the fireball. That's fine.
Yeah, you took it to 0 pretty hard though. All right, so yes, the druid now has 5 hit points. Now what?
Good question. Now what?
Is she awake?
Sure, if you wanted to be.
Be safe. And stop coming at us with these twig blights.
And
Pancho,
what?
like, stop coming at us with the twig blights. I'm kind of leaning over, looking down into the druid's face, and I have Pancho positioned behind me, doing the same thing. So, like, I'm attempting an intimidation.
Roll for it. Oop, I hit a button to roll against it, but it's taking a minute. Okay. Yeah, the druid all but pisses themselves. You killed my little friends.
Your little friends attacked us.
Well, yeah, you're bad guys. We're supposed to.
No, we're not. I mean, I would normally say that's rude to assume, but we are in Barovia. No, but do you serve anyone in particular?
Well, yeah, the lord of the land, he who controls the weather and the beast.
Okay.
Oh, the druid, she says that?
Yeah.
Pancho double fists her in the head.
Oh, I don't think you
Okay.
guys
You get
understood.
advantage because she's bound and can't really move. So
That'll be 25 or 23?
yeah, that's gonna hit.
And 15.
I don't think you guys understood her. Unless maybe I misunderstood her.
15 was good enough. So
She said she served the lord of the land, right?
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
but
who
she said,
controls the weather and the beasts.
yeah. Oh,
That's
the weather
definitely
and the
Strahd.
beasts. Oh, okay.
It's Strahd.
I heard the weather, and I was like, they're just talking about nature hippie stuff. You killed her for it.
Wait, can I
No,
insight check to see if she's talking about Strahd then before Pancho punches her into oblivion?
Sure.
Fuck, man.
We're retconning this kill.
We're in bullet time.
Look,
Poncho's
Pratim,
fists are
it's
frozen
fucking
here.
Strahd.
It's either Strahd or like Hippie Thor. You're not sure which, but you haven't met Hippie Thor, so
Doesn't mean she can't serve hippie Thor. Let's be real.
we all serve Hippie Thor in our own ways.
I'd like to imagine this is like as soon, like in the middle of Sniff trying to talk to this druid.
She doesn't serve fucking anybody now.
Yeah, just to see, like, roll damage for me. Like, you definitely hit.
So the first hit is 14, 13.
Yup.
And the second hit is 11.
Yeah, so the druid is like in the middle of talking about how evil you guys are and how cool Strahd is, and then they're just like an oily spot in the dirt. Thunk, thunk.
That was the wrong answer.
Not even getting into executing prisoners that we are trying to interrogate, but could we at least finish the conversation without a fisting?
Callow's going to look at Sniff and be like, you know what you just said, right?
Slayer level, yes. I feel like it's tradition at this point.
Good stuff.
Good session, everybody. I got to fist the
Indeed.
druid.
Yeah, Prateem, go take a nap. Maybe nap before D&D next time. Just saying.
I don't get to choose when my body decides it's tired.
Invest in Monster Energy drink then.
Or do what you were saying earlier, sir, and please seek doctor's advice and potential medication. You need
No,
to take
that's
care
what
of
I'm
yourself,
saying.
sir.
I should have it. I should have it this week. I did seek it, but like
Ah,
I don't get to go in when I want, right?
no, fair
COVID
enough.
times. I have an appointment scheduled for the 11th. That's
Good
the
man.
earliest they can
Good
get me.
man.
Go ahead and end the stream. And yeah, Prateem, get some sleep, my dude.
Oh, hey, thank you.
Thank you for the
Bye-bye.
session.